Hello, dear students. Welcome to you all once again in the mathematics class. Dear students, today will be the last day to discuss about the cardinality of two sets. So, without wasting time, let's focus on this last part of this cardinality of two sets. And dear students, in the examination, mostly I have found that in the BLE examination, given the questions from the cardinality of two sets. So, today's day will be very vital. Let's take an example. The questions I am going to present is relating to the percentage of set. Okay, so percentage of A suppose is given as 50%. Okay, and percentage of B is given as 40%, and percentage of A intersection is B is given as 10%. Now, how will you find out the tag question mentioned in the question? By using the Venn diagram. Dear students, I request you not to use the formula while doing such type of problem, because it's very boring to recall the formula at all the time. So if you are well known through Venn diagram method of representing the question, then you won't get any kind of trouble of any questions that has been given in the examination. So let's start preparing the Venn diagram. First of all, before preparing a Venn diagram, dear students, I would like to request you to write this question. I have not written the question, so I would like to request you to be ready to write the question. Are you ready? Okay. In a survey of certain people, do write there. In a survey of certain people, it was found that 50% like apple. It was found that 50% like apple, comma, 40% like banana, and 10% like both apple as well as banana. You can write just only both. In a survey of certain people, it was found that 50% like apple, 40% like banana, and 10% of people like both. Now, the after giving semicolon, do write there I number represent the above information in Venn diagram. Okay, first one will be representing the above information, the given information in a Venn diagram. Secondly, finding so many things, so no need to write. Later on, I will mention the question. Okay, what should be found, what things will be asked to find out by using this question. Okay, first of all, dear students, after writing the question, at the very beginning, some formalities you need to fulfill. So do write there, let A and B represents percentage of people who like apple as well as banana. Let A and B represents percentage of people who like apple as well as banana respectively. And then after, now write there representing the above information in a Venn diagram. Representing the above information in a Venn diagram. And let's prepare a Venn diagram by using compass, scale, pencil. Do not forget while preparing the Venn diagram to use these materials, because scale is necessary to prepare the rectangle, and compass and pencils both are necessary to prepare the circles. So use these instruments in order to prepare the Venn diagram. So I'm going to prepare here. This is the universal set. Okay, and dear students, in my experience and what I got from any questions relating to percentage is the total percent won't be mentioned in the question. Dear student, once again, I'm saying that total percent, if the question is related to percentage, won't be mentioned in the question, because the total percent is always 100%. So in here, although the universal set is not mentioned, then what you have to write, what you have to think in mind, or what you have to present, the total percent will be 100%. That's why the total percent should be written as percentage of universal set as 100%. Dear students, one thing I have written, you may find a little bit different in case of cardinality of number and cardinality of percentage. Look at here. In the place of n, I have written P. Why? Because the question is related to percentage. That's why I'm writing in here the percent. Okay, percentage of A, percentage of B, percentage of A intersection B, and percentage of universal set. So universal set always remain in if the question is related to percentage as 100%. So let's prepare. As there are two subsets of the universal set, so how many circles should be prepared? Of course, there will be 2 circles. So let's prepare the 2 circles. Okay, let's give the name to the set as A, but it doesn't mean, dear students, anyhow the left hand side circle should be mentioned as the first set. You can mention A in that side as well. Okay, your choice, it depends upon you. Percentage of A, okay, and percentage of B. As the question is related to percentage, so I am writing in the place of N the P, okay, so that it represents the unit of percentage. Now, dear students, first of all, we need to keep the value of intersected area, whether it is given or not. If it is not given at any cost in the intersected place, we need to keep a variable, or if the number is mentioned or the percentage is mentioned, we need to keep that percentage in that place. In this question, as the intersected value is given as 10%, so we can include 10 in the intersected area. But if not given, then we can write any variable x, y, z. You can suppose there. Okay, you can let. So here will be 10. Now, dear students, what do you mean by this? 50% is belonging to percentage of people who like apple. It means in the circle P there must be 50. There must not be less or more than 50. Exactly in the circle combining together, circle A represents this one and this one. All together combining together, there must be 50, it means. Okay, and similarly in the circle B there must be 40. By combining together, there are 2 areas separated by cutting certain area of the whole circle. So 10 plus something, doing so there must be 40, it means. So if you see this one, then as 10 is already plotted to be 50, how much should be kept in here? Of course, there must be 40. But you can write how this 40 is arrived. Okay, 50 minus the intersected value, doing so equals to 40. You can do in this way as well. Okay, but if you know very well, then you can write directly just 40 rather than subtracting the intersected value. Now if you go to the another circle, in B circle there must be 40. As 10 is included, 10 is also belonging to B set as well. So 10 is already plotted, it means to be 40, how much value should be kept? 10 plus 30, isn't it, to be 40. So here must be 30. Okay. Now, dear students, at the time also I had told the Venn diagram preparation is not over. Still, we need to find out the complement value. If it is not given, then we need to suppose as x. But if we can find out, looking at the universal set, how much value is still remain to be completed or remain to be fulfilled inside the rectangle at the time, that number, if you can find out, you can write that. Or if you do not know, then keep just only a variable, maybe x, y, or z. So there is one way, 40 plus 10, 50, 50 plus 30, 80. 80% is carried by the 2 circles. Now to be 100%, 80% is there. Now to be 100, how many percent should be added with 80? Of course, there must be 20. So you can write directly here as 20. Or you can suppose as x as well. And if you suppose as x rather than writing 20 in here, then what we have to do, dear friends? You need to add this all together, the values of the rectangle, and it should be compared with a universal set. Because by combining together the 4 parts of this Venn diagram, it should be 100%. So you can write here, in order to find the value of x from above Venn diagram. Okay, you can write from above Venn diagram so that you can solve by making an equation. Okay, 40 plus 10 plus, now the value of b only, 30 plus, and the complement part as x must be, by adding all together, it must be 100, because the total percent in any cases becomes 100%. So here we write as universal set as 100. Now dear students, now if you solve this one, 40, 10, 50, 50 plus 30, 80, 80, by going that side, it will be 80 plus x in the second step, and in the third step x equals to 80, as it is plus in this side, while carrying that side, okay, in the right hand side from the left hand side, it will be negative because it is positive in this side. So 100 minus 80, it represents 20. So it means the value of x we got as 20. As in the meanwhile of this equation, we keep equal sign. After completing one step, or after proceeding one step, we need to write or sign, dear students, because we have used equal sign in somewhere else in the meanwhile, isn't it? So do not forget to do, because if you do not write or sign at the time, certain percentage of marks will be cut out in your solution. So we got 20. Now we have got the answer of the first question, representing the represent the above information in Venn diagram equation as given. Then we have represented and we have found the every part's values, isn't it? Now what can we ask in the question? You know, another second number will be, dear students, I'm going to write in here, number 2, find, maybe finding A union B complement. What do you mean by this? Percentage of A union B complement. Okay, in this way. What do you mean by this? It means, you have already learned about this, it is the value except the value of the both circles. That means it represents x, x value we have got as 20, so you can write here the answer as 20. And how logically the question will be presented regarding A union B complement? The question will be like this, dear students, to find out that symbolical question. Okay, how many people like, these two are apple and banana, isn't it? So how many people like neither apple nor banana? How many people like, do write, you need to write in the copy. Okay, in case of 2 number, write how many people like neither apple nor banana, and do question mark, keep question mark, and find out the answer as P A union B complement. And from above Venn diagram, as we have already got the value of A union B complement as 20, so keep there as 20. Now another question, dear students, may be given in show, percentage of A only. What do you mean by this? How many people like, dot sign represents only, isn't it? So how many people like apple only? Okay, it means how many people like apple only. Do write there, dear students, how many people like apple only. If question says, then symbolically we represent in this way. And did you understand, looking at the Venn diagram, which area represents A only? Of course, A only represents this area, P dot A, P dot B, P A intersection B, and P A union B complement. Percentage of A only, percentage of B only, percentage of A intersection B, and percentage of A union B complement. That means except A union B, value of A union B, except X represents. So if you need to find out the answer of how many people like apple only, those number of people who like pure apple, from the Venn diagram we got 40. So you can write directly 40. If you see in here, nowhere I have used the formula to find out any answer. That means while preparing the Venn diagram, no need of using any kind of formula, dear students. If you understand how to represent the information in Venn diagram, then any kind of tag question you can find out. So that's the, I feel that's the best way of solving Venn diagram. That's the best way of solving the question regarding cardinality of sets. Now number 4, what may be the question? How many people like only banana? If question say, then how many, for this one logically if you have to write, then question will be like this: how many people like, how many percentage of people like only banana? At the time looking at the Venn diagram, you have seen the answer as 30, so do write the answer as 30. Now question may be, how many people like either apple or banana? Okay, next question, do write, dear students, how many people like either apple either apple or banana? Okay, either apple or banana. It means percentage of people who like apple as well as banana, or either apple or banana. A union B, percentage of A union B. It means, at the time also I had told, it means the value combining together of the circle. Okay, then 40 plus 10 plus 30 will be the answer for how many people like either apple or banana. Either or represents so. Then do write 40 plus 10 plus 30. It equals to 40, 50, 80. The answer will be 80. So, dear students, in this way you can solve the question relating to percentage. Once again, I want to repeat, if the question is given in the examination or in while solving the questions from the book from percentage, then the universal set won't be mentioned, dear students. Okay, universal set won't be given. So always question if is related to percentage, you must keep in mind, dear students, the total percent is 100%. So use that to find out the other answers, and then after maybe other thing given in the question. So I have given apple liking people as 50%, banana liking people as 40%, and number of percentage of people who prefer to have both as apple as well as banana as 10%. And if you want to represent this above in the given information in Venn diagram, the intersected value we keep in middle, and then after this is the part of A only, apple liking people only, this is the part of people who like banana only, and after this is the part of people neither they like apple nor banana. So altogether is the 10 is in should be kept in the intersected part. So we need to fill up 50% in the circle A. 50% should be filled up in the circle A. As 10 is already kept in the intersected area, so now to be 50, how much value should be added in here? That means 40 to be 50. Now similarly, in order to make 40 in the circle B, this is circle B, isn't it? So as the 10 is already included, isn't it? So 30 should be kept in here in order to make 40. So combining together 40 plus 10 plus 30, 80. These are the people who like either apple or banana. So the 5 number answer would be 40 plus 10 plus 30, 80. Now if question said to find out how many people like apple only, then 40. How many people like banana only? Look at the Venn diagram. We have already got the answer as 30. So do write 30. How many people like neither apple nor banana? By solving the information given in the Venn diagram, comparing with the universal set, what do we have got? 20. So how many people like neither apple nor banana means percentage of A union B complement. Okay, and as we have got the value of x as 20, so do write 20. So in this way you can solve the Venn diagram, or you can solve the questions regarding cardinality of sets, particularly concerned with percentage. Now dear students, in the place of this one, okay, let's take the same example. I am going to change little bit only. Okay, what do I have to do? Complement value is given as 10. Then while keeping in Venn diagram, look at here, what will be next question? Okay, I'm going to write next. I'm going to present next question. Okay, the question will be like this: in a survey of certain people, 50% like apple, 40% like banana, 10% like. What do you mean by this? Logically, if you say, then what do you mean by this, dear friends? It means the number of people who like neither apple nor banana. They never like apple and they never like banana. Okay, and we need to find out later on the answers as well. So just only I will keep the numbers and we'll be finding the answers. So if this type of information had to be represented in Venn diagram, of course the universal set is must, dear friend. So as the question is related to percentage, so I am writing in here the total percent as 100%. Now if you want to keep this all information in Venn diagram, first of all, I have already told you need to see the middle intersected value. Is there given in the question the intersected value? No. That at the time, dear students, at any cost we need to keep intersected value. So if not given at the time, you can suppose either x, y or z. So you can keep here as x, let. Okay, that means I'm going to suppose in here a intersection b, percentage of a intersection b is x, let. Okay, this is supposing. Now x value is kept in here. What do you mean by this? Of course the way of doing remain the same as like in the previous question. Okay, so 50% should be adjusted in apple circle, means 50, and the value of this one should be deducted, so minus x, 50 minus x. Now in the same way in the banana circle, 40 minus x. And what about this? A union B complement means the percentage is mentioned us, that's why we can keep as 10. Now similarly, as the information we have kept correctly in the Venn diagram, now you can solve, dear students. Now this value plus this value plus this value plus this value combining together, it must be the 100%, isn't it? It must be the total percent as 100. So we compare always with the universal set. So from above Venn diagram we do write this one and we underline to that one, and then after we add those all, 50 minus x, this one plus here is x, so plus x plus 40 minus x plus the complement value as 10, all together combining together, they must represent the universal set as 100% because the total percent is always 100. Now if you see, dear friends, minus x plus x can be cancelled, so we can cut out in this way, a little bit making an angle of inclination. Okay, something 60-degree angle you can make while cutting. Do not cut vertically as making perpendicular. Okay, 50 plus 40, 90, 90 plus 10, 100. Is it? Dear friends, let's keep in here 5% only. Okay, so that there won't be 0. It seems to be 0 in the intersected place. That's why I'm writing in here as 5%. So I'm going to change in here also. Okay, 5%. Okay, now here will be 5, isn't it? Now let's add all together, dear friend. 50 plus 40, 90, 90 plus 5, 95. So 95 plus or minus x equals to 100. Not 5, 15. Let's make 15, dear friends. 15. Then what will be 105? Okay, now keep or in here, and then after by taking 105 in that side, minus x equals to 100 minus 105, it equals to minus 5. This side minus x, now cancelling minus from the both sides, the value came as 5. Dear friends, why I did so? Okay, sometime it happens, dear friends, we cannot calculate the minus value at the time when I kept here 5 or when I kept as 10. The answer could have been 0 if I could have kept here 10, and if I could have kept in here 5, then the answer could have been minus 5. Okay, and these all are related to the countable nouns, and never the countable noun becomes negative number. That's why I have changed into the positive one, okay, by keeping in here 15. Okay, another thing, dear friends, we cannot say, once again, if I say, we cannot say that I am minus 5 feet tall. Did you hear somebody else saying so? No. That's why that is countable noun. So the answer cannot be negative. So I have changed this one into 15%. So this is the way. Once again, if I repeat, the percentage of people who like apple is given as 50%, and percentage of people who like banana is 40%, and percentage of people who like neither apple nor banana is given as 15%, and the total percent always we need to keep in mind, never will be given in the question. So 100%, and the intersected value we must need in order to represent the information in Venn diagram. So we kept as x. Okay, and by keeping all the information given, the value of intersected plus part should be subtracted in here and here. Okay, and after the complement value, by solving this with comparison to the total percentage as 100%, we got the value of x as 5. Now question, second number question, how many people like both? It means you might be asked to find out this one. Looking at the Venn diagram, you can write what is the percentage of people who like apple as well as banana. The question will be like so, how many people like both apple as well as banana? At the time, it means P intersection P bracket A intersection B and bracket close. At the time, what is the value of x? 5. So you can write here the answer as 5. Now how many people like only apple? If question say, then what will you do? Only apple. 50, only apple means this area, isn't it? So 50 minus the value of x as 5. So 50 minus 5, it equals to 45. Now similarly, if question say to find out you how many people like banana only, at the time 40 minus x, it means 40 minus the value of x, as we have got 5, so 35. Now that's all, dear friends. In this way, you can solve the question regarding to the elements of set as well as cardinality of set. We have already learned about the elements of set. Now we have learned altogether the cardinality of set also. And dear friends, do not forget to look out the questions from your book as well, and do not forget to take the help of the experts, so that you will be perfect and you will have the marks in the examination. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, everyone.